Ryan Gosling has his eye on the MCU, and not just any role, he's gunning for Ghost Rider. And with Marvel's Phase 6 shaping up to be something darker and bolder, the timing honestly couldn't be better. This isn't some random casting rumor either. Back in 2022, while promoting The Gray Man, Gosling casually dropped that he wants to play Ghost Rider. Since then, the idea has been floating around, and it's clear he's serious. And here's the thing. Marvel's been toying with a Ghost Rider project for a while now. The big question has always been, should it be a movie or a Disney Plus series? It's the same tug-of-war Moon Knight went through. That character bounced around behind the scenes for years before Marvel finally landed on making it a show. Some execs were all in on a movie. Others pushed for streaming. But let's be real. If Marvel brings in someone like Ryan Gosling, they're not going to keep him confined to TV. That's a big screen name. You don't waste that kind of star power on a 6-episode limited series. What's exciting is that Gosling hasn't just mentioned Ghost Rider in passing. He's been vocal about wanting the role. And Kevin Feige? He's teased that Marvel's definitely interested in working with him. Sure, Gosling could probably pull off a few different Marvel characters, but the fact that he keeps circling back to Ghost Rider says a lot. And in a phase that's opening the door to supernatural elements and new heroes, casting him as Johnny Blaze could be a perfect move. Marvel's clearly laying the groundwork for something bigger. Think Midnight Suns. Blade is already in the pipeline. We've got Moon Knight, Elsa Bloodstone from the Werewolf by Night special, Black Knight introduced in Eternals, and even Man-Thing. Ghost Rider fits right into that puzzle. These characters aren't just cameos. They're pieces of a bigger, darker corner of the MCU. He's just starting in this world. Let's be honest, if that she will have to learn the consequences, someone like Gosling could totally be the face of it and telling her to stop pursuing this, the intensity, and when you let the emotions get the best, he actually wants a role. You can get yourself Marvel's got a shot to give fans a Ghost Rider that not only works but leads. But Gosling isn't the only one in the running. In the age of the multiverse, there's definitely room for more than one Ghost Rider. And another name that keeps popping up is Norman Reedus. Most fans today know him from Death Stranding or as Daryl Dixon in The Walking Dead. The crossbow-slinging, bike-loving lone wolf, Reedus has made it clear he's 100% down to play Ghost Rider. And honestly, he fits the vibe to a T. He's got that rugged, no-nonsense energy. He actually rides bikes in real life, and his background with motion capture could seriously elevate how Ghost Rider's powers come alive on screen. What makes Reedus such an interesting pick is his authenticity. He's not just playing a biker. He is one. And that gritty edge he brings to his roles. It could give us a version of Ghost Rider that feels raw, grounded, and totally different from what we've seen before. If Marvel decides to lean into the multiverse or show multiple versions of the character, Reedus would be a killer choice. And let's not forget, Ghost Rider almost made it into the MCU already. Back in August, concept artist Rodney Fuenabella revealed some wild and used art featuring a full-on battle with the Deadpool Corps. The lineup? Pure chaos in the best way. But what really got fans buzzing was that both Ben Affleck's Daredevil and Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider were supposed to be part of it, until they were cut from the final version. Turns out Ryan Reynolds actually reached out to Cage about making a comeback for Deadpool and Wolverine. But according to director Sean Levy, the movie was already packed with cameos, and they had to make some tough cuts. That's also why Affleck's Daredevil didn't make the final cut, though in his case, they at least added a little in-story explanation. As for Cage, he's been busy with a whole different Marvel project. He's set to star in a live-action Spider-Man noir series for Amazon. So whether or not he hops back on a flaming bike for Secret Wars or some future Ghost Rider multiverse moment is still unknown. But at this point, it's starting to feel less like if and more like when. Let's be real. The MCU's hit a bit of a rough patch lately. Not every project's been a disaster, but a few of them definitely missed the mark, both at the box office and with critics. And you can feel it. Marvel needs a serious shot of adrenaline. Characters like Ironheart or Ms. Marvel just aren't built to carry the next era of the franchise. They're cool side stories, sure, but they don't have that main event energy. Bringing in a Fantastic Four and X-Men is a smart play, no doubt. But there's another heavy hitter Marvel's been keeping in their back pocket, Ghost Rider. Yeah, Some fans will point out that we already saw a version of Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., with Gabriel Luna playing the Robbie Reyes version, and he was solid. But since the show isn't canon in the main MCU, that door's wide open. Marvel can reboot Ghost Rider from scratch, fold him into the core universe, and actually make him a key figure in what's coming next. Done right, Ghost Rider could be the breakout character that helps steer the MCU into its next major arc. He's got the dark edge, the supernatural lore, and the visual potential to stand out in a way that few other heroes can. Marvel just needs to go all in. But casting is going to be everything. They can't just plug in some unknown actor and hope for the best. This needs to be a name, someone who gets fans hyped the second they're announced. Keanu Reeves, Norman Reedus, both have said they're interested, and either one would crush it. Gosling, too. He's not just a top-tier talent. He actually wants the role. Any of those three landing the part would be a headline-making move. There's even a solid argument for bringing back Nicolas Cage as an older Johnny Blaze and using that to introduce a new, younger Ghost Rider, like Danny Ketch. That dynamic could work really well. But honestly, what I'd love most is a proper origin story. It's been years since we've seen one that really hits, and Ghost Rider's backstory has all the ingredients to be something unforgettable. That transformation, the curse, the bike, the fire, it's pure cinematic gold. If they go for it, if Marvel gives Midnight Suns the green light, there's a good chance they'll want to go with a younger actor to carry the Ghost Rider mantle into the future. And with Ryan Gosling not only interested but already on Marvel's radar, the stars might finally be aligning. Whether it's a solo film or a full-on supernatural team-up, having Gosling lead a Ghost Rider project would be a guaranteed box office win. Ghost Rider isn't just some cool-looking side character. He's one of Marvel's most powerful and flat-out badass heroes. We're talking about a guy who channels hellfire, rides a flaming motorcycle, and has gone toe-to-toe with literal gods. There's even a comic where Thor himself gets humbled in a showdown with him. But Ghost Rider's appeal isn't just about power. It's the attitude, the vibe. That rebellious anti-hero energy mixed with one of the most iconic designs in Marvel history. It's the kind of character that practically demands a spot in the MCU. And apparently, Marvel's already thinking along those lines. Kevin Feige has spoken about his love for old-school westerns, and rumor has it that Ghost Rider's story might lean into that gritty, western-inspired aesthetic. That's where Carter Slade comes in, the original Ghost Rider from the Wild West. His backstory is dark and cinematic. A Texas Ranger who made a fatal mistake, was sentenced to death, and ended up making a deal with Mephisto to save his soul, becoming a cursed spirit of vengeance. A flashback sequence, or even a full-on origin story for Carter Slade, could be the perfect way to build a deeper mythology around the Ghost Rider legacy. It would add layers to the character and give the MCU another unique tone to play with, something darker, more mythic. So whether it's Nicolas Cage making a return, Ryan Gosling stepping in as the new face, or Marvel surprising us with a fresh take altogether, one thing's clear. Ghost Rider's revving up to become a major force in the MCU. And honestly, it's about time.